All right, let's make sure everything is rolling now.
Rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling.
Yeah.
Wow, Luigi.
That's our opening. Wah, Luigi. Wah. Wah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So welcome to Potentially Perfect, our 13th podcast. Is that now? We're no longer chatterboxing. Are we officially getting rid of the name?
It's the Chatterbox podcast. You need to calm down, sir. I'm so sick of your shit. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we are talking Jump Force. We will talk about that, I promise. Rainbow Six bans that won't make you dance. I don't know. I'm trying here. I was to think. And then Germany banning pre-orders for games
without a release date.
Without release dates. So some interesting stuff today. I think what's going to happen today, this conversation is going to be more subjective than objective for sure. Because Lewis and I, we oftentimes differ on a few opinions.
Sometimes.
But that's okay. That's what makes this so much freaking fun. So, Lewis, what have you been playing lately?
Dude, I just got Tom Clancy's Wildland.
I saw that. How is it?
Bro, I like the game so far. It's very good. And I like the fact that it's like it has 4-player co-op. This is like one of these hidden gems that nobody's told me about, you know?
Oh, hidden gems, dude. That game was like on the fucking top of the MVDs for like months, dude.
Was it? Because, all right, think about it.
Yeah, it was.
Think about, hold on. It might have been. I'm still very involved in video games, and I knew nothing about Wildlands except the name. It wasn't until that it was $20, and Fabian was like, "Yeah, man, I was telling you about this game last year." I was like, "You were?"
Yeah, he was. I remember
I
this.
don't remember hearing anything.
Yeah.
So whatever. We downloaded it, $20, and I was just like, "Oh, this is like."
It's really good.
Really good guns.
Yeah. No, I see. I like Ubisoft shooting games. I really do. I knew that the second, because I was one of those people who really enjoyed The Division. So I knew right away that I was gonna love that stuff. So yeah, I'm happy that you found it though. I'm happy that you found something you like. Good.
Yeah, I like open map. It kind of so because I've also been playing Breath of the Wild, right, on my brother's Switch. Really good game. Thoroughly enjoy it. Long and hard enough to let me know when. All right, I've died 3 times in a row with these group of bad guys. Let me just take a break. You know. But Wildlands is a nice like switch of play, and it's similar. All the side quests, all the side missions, very immersive. I like that.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's awesome. That's awesome. So if you're on my Nintendo Switch friends list, which you should be, obviously. If you're not, you're doing something wrong with your life. I have not stopped playing Mercenary Sagas, and so basically what it is, if you ever played Final Fantasy Tactics, it's like a turn-based thing where you're on a map and you just. Mercenary Saga Chronicles. It's when I don't know why I'm having so much fucking fun with. Like it's just one of those like super stupid simple games that you can have a lot of fun with. I like it.
Would you say it's a phone game?
Yeah, could it run on a phone? Yes, absolutely, without a doubt. But I like it though. I'm having fun.
Is it co-op or
no? No.
It's versus at least. Is it any kind of multiplayer?
I don't know if it has multiplayer actually, to be honest, but I like it. I'm having a lot of fun with it because it has a nice story to it. Because it's 3 games in one, so you get to play. It's a trilogy pack. So, yeah, if you have a Switch, I would definitely recommend that. It's not too expensive at all. So, get that. Housekeeping. So next week, Delapo is going to camp. Yeah, that's right.
See, Jason?
No.
The guy with the machete?
No.
And the hockey mask? You gonna see him?
No, thank you. I refuse.
You sure?
Yeah. Black people don't do that. That's not the kind of camp. I'm sleeping inside. Yeah, so I will be at camp, so that means I'm a camp counselor, not an actual camper. That'd be weird. But yeah, I'm gonna be camp counselor there, so I'm gonna have some pre-recorded stuff going for that to keep you guys super entertained. Next week's Chatterbox is probably going to be pre-recorded because I frankly will not have the time to do it unless Lewis wants to do. I don't. Whatever. Most likely it'll be pre-recorded. Yes, and I've got a nifty new review coming up soon. I don't know when exactly it'll be, but it'll be a good time. That being said, it's time to get to our topics. All right, Lewis, pick a number 1 through 3.
We're gonna go ahead and start with 1. Let's do things in order. So,
okay.
Rainbow Six.
So we're gonna talk about Germany.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about the Germans. Yeah. So in Germany, they are banning pre-orders for games without 3 states.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Yeah. So, yes. If your game doesn't have a release date, which is like 90% of E3, you can't pre-order it, which is actually, I can't say that I disagree with this. I actually really like this.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Mainly because there are a few companies who are still lagging behind on this. I think Microsoft is one of those companies that says, "Hey, yeah, you can cancel your pre-orders. It's fine." But Nintendo, if you order a pre-order through them, on their eShop, you can't get your money back for it. So it's. And I feel like it's not just them, but like obviously if you go to like a GameStop or something like that, you can of course cancel a pre-order, which is fine. I think it's more or less just to counterbalance things like that, like Nintendo was doing. However, I feel like Nintendo is usually pretty good about putting dates on their things before you can pre-order them. I'm pretty sure. But I don't know if this just includes like month releases. Like if it says, "Hey, coming December," I feel like you should be able to pre-order for that. But I feel like it's one of those gray areas. It's not.
Do you think it's like a quality control thing? Like they start
absolutely
pre-orders before the game's even finished, and then they kind of, oh no, we're ahead of schedule, or we're below.
Yeah, no, like pre-orders. If you don't know, pre-orders are still a decent way of gauging interest in a game. You know, gauging how many people, and it's not just for sales. It's also for things like server load. Because that's something that a lot of people often forget. Is like server load is something that a lot of times, like you'll go into a game and the servers will all just fucking crash. You're like, "Oh, this game fucking sucks." They weren't prepared. No, they just didn't know how many people were interested in, in the game, and so it's hard to plan for things like that. So in that regard, I usually give games like who are super online focused. I usually give them a little bit to get their shit together. Right. If it's like 2 months down the road and you still don't have any fucking clue what you're doing, all right, then this game fucking sucks, you suck, and you should delete your resume. Like that's pretty much it. So yeah, no, I think this is a good thing. I know there's some people who are a little peeved off about it, but like those are people who probably make money from pre-orders, is all I can say, like your GameStops and things like that. Because if we're being honest, how many times have we forgotten to pick up a pre-order? Like,
I've heard of people buying, what is it? They forget they pre-ordered, buy the release date, and then they go to the original GameStop that they pre-ordered at before and realize, oh, your copy's being saved here. Do you want to finish?
Yeah.
And by then, at that point, I think you can't return your pre-order.
I don't know I feel like there's a time limit on it, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. See, that's one of those things. I don't know.
Isn't your pre-order like limited until like I think I don't know. Is it like a day?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
when the game comes out, or is it longer?
I think your pre-order goes away, but I think they refund you your money. Like if you put like $5 in it or whatever, I think at a certain point they give you back your money. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay. But it's not like either way, it's not ideal. And what happens too is people will pre-order games like if you were one of those people who pre-ordered Crackdown 3, I apologize to you. Your life sucks because that game's never coming out. And so, yeah, so there's games like that like literally was like revealed. I think it was like 2014 or 2016, one of those 2 years. I know it was even. And we still have heard nothing. Like we haven't seen any updates on it since last year's E3. They basically were just like, hey, this game, this E3 again. They were like, hey, it's coming 2019, guys. So maybe it comes out February. I don't know.
I think at this point the game's not going to be complete because I feel like people are losing interest or forgetting what was.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what's happening.
This is Crackdown. What happened? So.
And it's going to come out on Game Pass, which is cool. That's fine. That's the only way I'm going to play it because I'm not paying $60 for that. Fuck that. Like I don't even care about the game anymore. At all.
Exactly.
Like, I just don't care anymore. And it's weird. It's weird. And I get why they're doing it, obviously for quality control purposes. Cool. But yeah, at a certain point, guys, just let it like either cancel it or just put it out.
Well, I don't know. You want to have like a good game because wasn't Crackdown 1 and 2 good?
So I don't know if they were good. I thought if anything that they were like all right. Here, let me.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
I'm gonna look up the Metacritic.
I don't know. I thought it was labeled like a good game because it was like the cop version of what's it called? Grand Theft Auto.
Oh no, you think you're right. Yeah, Crackdown 1 has an 83. Crackdown 2 7.5. Okay, that's not horrible. That's okay at worst. It's
right,
okay.
And I think that they were and it's obviously because the first one is the first one, so it's better or whatever.
Nah, that's not always true. Spider-Man 1 sucked monkey nuts compared to Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, but when it's like I guess maybe like a not groundbreaking game. I don't know. Never mind. Forget what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying.
Regardless, I forgive you. You're okay. Yeah, so there's that. I'm not. Are you a big pre-orderer? Like, do you pre-order games?
Me, no, because one, I always forget, and two, it's like they have enough copies, guys.
Yeah, I don't think
learned after what was it? I think it was Halo 5 or Halo 3 when that game came out, and every single store on Earth was like depleted. They did not know how much they were gonna have, but I think they learned their lesson after that.
Yeah, no, you're very right. You're very right. I don't see it happening anymore. The only times I really pre-order things, like if I'm being completely honest, I only really pre-order if they give me shit for pre-ordering. Like if they're like, hey, get this skin or whatever, like it doesn't hurt anything for me like to pre-order a game I was already gonna get if it gets me extra shit. So hey, I mean maybe that's just me, but
yeah, no, and I used to want to pre-order, but then when I got annoyed when you would pre-order and then they would come with if you pre-ordered you get the extra DLC stuff, and I'm like that's not fair. I had to give you money in advance to get this cool skin or something, or like this extra weapon that I don't have to unlock. I was mad about those things. I stopped pre-ordering games after that too. I was like, this is baloney. I'm gonna wait till the used version of the special black edition comes out and buy that one for like $20 instead of your $60 one.
Facts.
And nowadays, how many people buy new games? Is it like, because is it like the older? Because I feel like people our age, they don't buy the new games. It's like the parents buying for the kids buy the new games. But like people our age are just like, we'll wait a week till it gets used.
You know, I feel like okay. It depends on what your system is now. Like PlayStation, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. But like on Switch, that doesn't make because when you go to GameStop, like so you basically and the interesting thing about Nintendo right now is that their games retain so much money, like
stupid value. Like a used game for them is like $10 off only.
For like forever, and that's like It sucks, but I also get it. Like, it's something so strange. Like, so because I have what is it called? Game Pass, and so that lets me play like a shit ton of like 360 games. And yeah, you know, games that like people are like, oh, these games are so great. And you know, I'm telling you right now, these games have been like just destroyed by modern gaming. I'm sorry. Like the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 games, I can't play those anymore. I'm like,
what?
I was trying to play The Force Unleashed, right? And I go back and I look at reviews for it. Oh, the graphics are great, you know, everything like that. I play this game, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You need to play the older games like you're playing on the Switch, all right? That's how you need to play the older games. Because I was playing the Force Unleashed maybe like, 1 or 2 months ago because I was at my dad's house and we had the 360 there. And yeah, the game is not beautifully... I thought I was playing a PS2. It's not beautifully brand new in terms of graphics, but it was still fun.
It's fun. I had a lot of... I had fun playing it. Yeah, I had fun playing it. There's no lie. The game... Time does not make games less fun. I don't think so. But when... There are certain things like their gameplay quirks within that game, and there's like some acting things. Like the acting in video games right now is a lot better than it was then.
Oh, for sure.
Like for sure.
I'm a big stickler on the mechanics of the controls. And
Yes.
like the hitboxes, I'm a huge.
Can you believe there were games when you used to shoot with R1? What the fuck?
What do you mean? What's wrong with shooting an R1?
Oh, that's disgusting, dude. Fuck that. Never again. Oh my god, they made R2 the grenade button. Nope.
That was back when it wasn't like throttle responsive.
Yeah.
It was just a button, bro.
That's disgusting, man. I can't. It doesn't even feel like a trigger. The back one always felt like a trigger.
I don't know. They're both whatever. That was fine. No, I'm just talking about like. Do you remember when you couldn't play with the analog stick?
Yes. God, Crash 1, dude.
That's a mission. How's your game in 3D, but I can only move in certain, cross-shaped ways?
In 8 directions. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah. Such is life, man. Man, video games are awesome. Video games, like, over time, just looking back at it, it's crazy. And we weren't even old enough to, like, really appreciate video games, man. Shit used to just be, like Pong. There was a point in time when Pong was blowing niggas' minds, man. That's crazy. People put on Pong like, oh my god, this is so immersive.
No. But the first game that definitely at least blew my mind was Snake on the cell phone. Because even though I had a Game Boy, it was like, all right, I'm not going to take my Game Boy to school. It's going to get stolen, etc., etc. But then I got the phone. Oh my god. Yo, trying to see that snake fill up the entire screen? That was crazy. It was too much.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, breaking news, by the way. Teen Titans trailer just dropped at Comic-Con. Shit. It's dark. It looks dark as shit.
Really?
I'm just letting y'all know. Yeah, it's dark.
I saw like a poster cutout saying that a movie's coming out, but I had no idea.
Yeah. No, it is dark. Like, I don't know. What is DC? Like, I get it. Like, not everything has to be happy. That's fine. But you've given us like 7 dark movies in a row. Like,
that's what they do, man.
I guess that's what they're doing. They're just like, yeah, if we're not gonna do what Marvel's doing, it's just gonna be gritty.
People keep calling us dark. Let's just just keep going.
Yeah, let's just adopt it. You can be dark and be good, though. I think what they should do is, since they have their tone now, polish it.
For sure, because Blade was good. What is it?
Yeah, Blade was very good. Yeah.
Who else? Who is Spawn? Who is Spawn owner of? Is that DC Comics also?
DC.
Spawn.
DC is Spawn. Blade is Marvel.
It was good. For like the story was good, not the CGI graphics and stuff, but it was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think definitely polish it, make it a nice dark. Go with the rated R scene. Just take it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know why people hated on it. I like Justice League, to be honest.
Dude, 427 said he used to have Snake and Pong, and now it's like he can't play the PS3 games on the phone now. Yeah, you can't. I mean, phones are doing crazy things now, dude.
Bro. All right, moving on. We gotta move on.
Go.
Moving on. Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six.
Yes.
They are insta-banning you if you're using certain words, slurs.
Certain words, slurs, just specifically
slurs. I
am 100% for this.
Yeah.
I get freedom of speech. I support freedom of speech. But if I'm coming to have a good time and I gotta listen to yo 12-year-old ass,
yep,
I can't hit the mute button fast enough. But if you can just not show up again, teach you to be a better person, hands down.
Dude, I think it's so strange how like whenever there is like a gaming is super toxic, gamers are toxic, gamers are horrible people thing, it's always a freaking montage of Rainbow Six. Like, what the heck?
Damn.
It's always because Rainbow Six is some of the most toxic people. Like, they have really nice people in there too, I'm not gonna lie. But I swear to you, that is legitimately the reason why I will not play Rainbow Six. I've been interested in that game since it came out, but everything I have ever heard about this game was just shit. People are toxic as shit. Because like there's one video
I watched. Send me these montages. I need to see these.
Oh, I will.
Send them to me. This is
because there are videos of like there's this woman who's playing the game and she's like carrying the freaking team. She's carrying it was when I was doing the research for Women versus Gaming. She's carrying this team and she's absolutely crushing it. And the dudes on our team are still flaming her. They're like, oh, that's really good. There's like a shit ton of like rape jokes and shit like that. And they're just flaming her. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, this is how you like interact with other human beings? What the fuck?
on your
And
team.
it's always Rainbow Six people, dude. Always, always, always. And it's so crazy because like when you condense people who think like-minded people together, it just makes the situation worse. You know what I mean? Like they're all just feeding off each other's negativity. Yeah. And it doesn't say anything about the game, but games communities always reflect them. Always, always, always.
Yeah.
It's not something the game creators can help. It sucks. And that's what it is. And that's why they have to go to these measures to say, hey, if you're dropping the N-word, you're dropping, the F word, not the good one, not fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the other one, like the homophobic slurs and things like that. Of course, it stands to reason that you should be punished for that. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second. I don't know to what degree they can police this. And I don't know to what degree they should police this. Because certain words that are slurs to some are not slurs to others.
Right.
There are things like cultural differences that make a difference, like...
I mean, you're right. You're right, because what's an insult to somebody might not be an insult to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it should work. Well, I don't know how it's going to work. I didn't even read up on the article. Like, I didn't know this was happening. So this is new to me. But if they could do it where it's like, oh, you report a player for a slur, and then they can play back what's being said,
Mm-hmm.
and then they could use, specific judgment on whether or not it was... Is it insidious is the word?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Insidious.
And then you get the Instaban.
It's so wild to me that we're in a point right now. Like, obviously, I'm one of those people who's like, we should protect gaming, like, for what it is. Like, gaming is a place where, we can come and be ourselves. But at the same time, in human contact, like in human community, there's no place for that shit. You don't need to go around like, oh, somebody's on a kill streak, they're fucking you up. No, you don't need to call me N-word, dude. Like, calm down. Like, it's just too much.
I think it comes to being better people, Like, it's one thing if you're joking around with your friends, but if you're like specifically
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it means malicious, you're like, malicious, like we get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and you are like, oh, snap, I see you, dude. My nigga, he shot him in the head. You know what I'm saying? That's whatever. That's cool. That's just people. Okay? But if you're going around like, hey, you son of a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little much. It's a little much. Now, honestly, but there comes to a certain point, like, if anything, the slurs I really don't think are the problem. I think it's genuinely like toxic behavior that needs to be. If you are getting reports literally every day that this person is being a toxic individual, like, yes, sometimes you slip up, sometimes you say things that you shouldn't really freaking say. Okay. Yes, punish them. Bans, I don't know about. But if they are like, if you have a record of them constant,
what if it's a temporary?
I feel like that's fine. That's fine. Temporary bans, okay, cool. At least it's something, and it gives the people who are playing and not being toxic, like, it gives them some sort of feeling that this has been rectified, that they're not going unheard.
If you remember from pharmacy school, that's called the negative feedback system, right there.
Yeah. He goes, toxic. Have you played Overwatch? Yeah, no, and that's just the thing. I think like records of constant behavior should be noted more than anything, because toxicity in gaming, it's never just a one-off. It's never just like one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, I went into this tirade, belittled him, his entire family and race. But it was just the first time I did it, guys. Like, hey, come on. No, things like that, they evolve and they're consistent and they happen over time. And when I feel like it's happening is sometimes they get so many support tickets and so many things that certain things just fly under the radar. And I feel like they're doing this because it's easier, and it flushes out those people who are doing it, and it makes those people who are thinking about doing it or have been doing it and haven't been reported say, hey, maybe I shouldn't. Because I don't want to be Instabanned. I play this game a lot. I put a lot of work into this account. I don't want to have to start all over again.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's more of an iron fist thing than anything. But, yeah, it is something.
Because if anything, there's only good things that can come out of this. Where I can say, yeah, I mean, you can make the argument of like, oh, it's freedom of speech. I'm allowed to say whatever. I'm like, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, and honestly, in a situation where you're playing with different people from different countries, I feel like that line gets a little muddied sometimes. Like, certain countries don't have the liberties that we do. And so yeah,
Mm,
it gets a little iffy. It gets a little
yeah.
iffy with online stuff. However, if you're using the text option like in the chat, you can't say I didn't say it or they misheard me. Motherfucker, we have the
Yeah,
text
but
chat log right
it
there.
blurs you out unless it's not a
Yeah,
slur
no, but the
recognized by the system.
right, but they know what you said. Like on the other side, they know what you said.
Oh yeah, yeah,
In
yeah.
In League of Legends, you get an instant ban if you say kill yourself. Like if you tell somebody to kill themselves, that's an instant ban. In but it's like an instant ban, meaning like they instantly do it, but it's not like forever. I think it's for a pretty long time though. It's for like a pretty long time if you say
Damn.
kill yourself.
What if you say end yourself?
I think they take it the same way.
End your health now.
So yeah, and obviously, with the online space, with cyberbullying, there was a huge thing a few years ago about cyberbullying and how they even made a freaking movie where it was so it was a bad
It was a
movie.
cringy
Let's just
movie.
say
It was a really cringy movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how you go about things, guys.
Yeah, I was just like,
That's
girl,
not how you
close
go
your
about
laptop.
ending
Just
cyberbullying.
stop. Yeah, for real. Thank
That's
you.
not how you do
It was
that.
corny. It was really corny, and so it was a huge thing back then. And I think that's where it evolved from. Where it's. I don't think we're ever going to be able to end cyberbullying because the thing about the internet is there's
That's
no
like trying to
faces
end,
behind
well,
it.
of course, because you
Yeah.
can end any kind of bullying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
But-
it's something that happens in everyone's normal life. You just
Yeah.
try to overcome it. These are things you overcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, game companies are gonna keep doing this. The
I hope
the
so.
the Rainbow Six community is really actually it's pretty large. So I can see why they're doing it. It's not like if it was like a game where it was like 30,000 regular players, like nobody would really give a shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be happy for the community that they got, or toxic or not. But at a certain when
They're not gonna shut down.
when you've reached critical mass like this, you can afford to let a few people go and send a message to the other people that hey, other people are just trying to enjoy this game. There's no need for certain behaviors and speech, that kind of thing. Yeah. Overwatch is a different story. I don't play it like that. I've heard stories about Overwatch though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's just man. Whew. Overwatch. I think it goes like Rainbow Six and then Overwatch right after it.
Really?
And then 2K. Yeah.
Overwatch is that bad?
Mm-hmm.
No
I have
way.
not heard one person who plays Overwatch not say that the community is toxic.
Really?
Like,
What I think
ever.
it is because every single time I play online, I'm always playing with a friend that I know,
Yeah.
and it's
Mhm.
always in a private party. So like, I have no idea what the other person is saying, ever. I have no idea what the other team says or anything because I don't care. This is
Yeah.
me. This is
Once
me
you
time.
start getting into like ranked matches and things like that in games, that's when you really see it. That's when you see the uninstall the games, delete, like destroy your computer,
Those are fun.
tell your mom that she made a mistake, that kind of thing. Like that's when you start seeing that shit, and it's like honestly, you can laugh it off because like more times than not, you probably deserve it. Like more times than not, you're looking at your KDA and you're like, damn, I really fucked up.
What is that? Is that a
Like-
0.3? I can't round up. That's 0.2. 0.28.
So yeah, like I don't think that being harsh in gaming needs to stop because there's some people you just gotta tell, dude, what are you doing? Like because honestly, sometimes though, it really does make you a better gamer. Like when you're constructive with it, and you're like, hey, yo, when you're going around corners, make sure to aim down your sights because people are getting the drop on you, that kind of thing. You can tell them all of that and still tell them they suck. That's fine.
Yeah.
There's not. I don't think there's any. There's space. There's just a line, and a lot of people are crossing it.
Yeah. When they're being
Okay.
malicious and stuff.
Malicious.
Oh man. That's good though.
All right, last item. All right, you're heading this one up.
Oh my god. Jump Force.
Yep.
So I saw that it got released. I saw the trailer. Oh my god, it looks so cool. I know they've had crossovers before, well, of some games before, and I know that they've had like what is it? The main three that I've seen was it Goku,
Mm-hmm.
Luffy, and Naruto. They've all had their own games. They all work well in their own games. So now to see them together, oh man, I'm super excited. And this is all the shonen, like at least a lot of the Shonen Jump characters, bro.
It's so fun. They tried this before. Did you know that?
I swear to God, like I had seen something like this
Yeah,
before.
J Stars. I bought it and returned it the same day.
But what was
It was
wrong with the
bad.
J Stars one though?
It was so bad, dude. Like I
Let me
it
look
was
up the
okay.
J
Number one,
Stars.
it was terribly unbalanced. A lot of characters were way stronger than others, which is fine. Like in the game, like, but the gap shouldn't be like. Okay, I don't know if you ever play the Dragon Ball Z fighting games?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so there are these games like the original three. I think personally, I think Budokai 3 was the best one. My
Budokai 3
favorite was
was
Budokai
one
3.
of the freaking best ones. Bardock? Shout
Yes,
out to Bardock.
Budokai 3 was so good, so good, and I liked it. And then what happened was Tenkaichi happened, and where you had the behind the back view. Okay, fine. Like it was much more immersive. Obviously, you can fly when you want, and that's cool. It did a lot of things right. Okay, but the problem that I had with it was the power gap between people. I used to be able to play as Hercule in the 2D ones and dick people. Like I could beat Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and that felt good because Hercule's one of those characters. He's just like a joke character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you take Hercule into Tenkaichi, you can't do shit.
Yeah,
like if he goes like Super Saiyan 4, you can't do anything against them.
That's one of the problems that they had with all the games is the power scaling. That's why I'm surprised because if I look at the Jump Force in that sense, if you don't scale any of the powers, bro, you have Super Saiyan God Goku. Like no other character has fucking done that. And then you have Frieza. I saw in the gameplay. Like you're not going to Frieza can destroy planets by himself. What,
exactly. Naruto's not gonna do shit to that.
You think you're fast? Yeah. You're not faster than instant transmission Goku. Like stop it. But I saw one of the interviews. They talked to the guy who created it. I don't know his name. I forgot already. But yeah, he said that one of the biggest challenges was the power scaling. So hopefully it's gonna be good. It looks like it's gonna be good. The behind the back view I played from the Naruto games is cool. I'm not the biggest fan of it.
I love those games.
But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So
it's just flash. Like that's what those games are for. Like it's just flashy. You see lots of explosions and stuff happen on the screen. Like that's why I like the Naruto game, the Ninja Storm ones.
The Ninja Storm, Ninja Storm. I remember Ninja Storms were pretty good. Yeah, as long as they keep that up, and as long as it's like simple to come into, because I remember, I think it was Tenkaichi or something like that, where like the border, the barrier to entry was so hard. Like if somebody else just knew better controls than you, you just had no chance.
Yeah.
At all, and it was like that when that Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Oh my God, I couldn't even play that game. It was like, why am I playing? I put down my controller because I never got a chance to land because I didn't know when I was supposed to be blocking. Like I was just like, okay, we can play another game, or you can keep playing this by yourself.
Damn.
But yeah, dude, I want to know what other characters they're gonna put in, because Shonen Jump has a lot of good characters.
So what are do you know what the confirmed characters are? So
the confirmed ones, no, but I know it's what is it? They have Luffy, Goku, Frieza, Zoro from Luffy's team. Who else do they have?
All right, I can give you the full list right now.
Three Bleach characters got announced recently.
Yeah, Ichigo, Rukia, which I mean that's the main two, and then Aizen. I don't know who the hell it is because I didn't read that far into the manga. I'm sorry, or maybe I did. I just don't remember.
Yeah,
Frieza, Goku, Luffy, Naruto. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So,
dude, I want to see, and they have they didn't confirm if Light or Ryuk were going to be playable characters, but if they're in it and they're not really fighters, I wonder who else they can put in. Because think of it like this. Oh, I saw in another trailer, they have the guy from the cooking show. I think it's called Food Wars.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I saw him in some type of trailer gameplay, so I know that he's probably going to be in it. So if players like that are going to be in it, I wonder if they're going to have, like, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Technically,
that's what I was. Okay, don't mess up my list. Don't mess up my list.
Dog. Like, right, what if they do that?
Who are your top?
Hold on, you're frozen. What'd you say? Who are my top what?
Who are your top three?
My top picks to be in the game?
Yeah, your top picks in to be in the game.
Bro, give me the Elric brothers. All right.
Okay. All right.
Give me Yugi, and give me Yusuke. Give me Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho. And one more.
All right,
my
dude.
I got one more.
Who you got?
I got right, This is Yo from Shaman King.
Yo, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah. All right.
Give me that guy right there.
Fuck Yugi. Kaiba boy. All right, that's number one. Kaiba. Yeah. I want Edward Ulrich from oh my god, Full Metal Alchemist. Yep. Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Inuyasha?
I don't know if he is. Does anybody know? I know dudes in the comments right now.
Yeah, dude, can you fact check for me?
Can you fact check?
Because I don't know. I didn't want to say him.
No, I don't want to get Inuyasha in it though. I'd be so mad. If I would try to be so good against Inuyasha if Inuyasha is, because I hate Inuyasha. I thought it was too long of a series.
Damn.
Bro, oh my god, right. You know who else they could have that's another good character, bro? Bobobo?
Who? Yes, Bobobo. Hell
Yo,
yeah.
he's OP though. He's so good. With them nostrils? Bro, he's gonna be him.
Dude,
they have a lot of good characters,
he would be. That would be dope. Yeah, they do have a lot. Aren't they Pokemon too? I feel like they're Pokemon too.
Dude, did you know? All right, so they have Pokemon in Shonen Jump, and they have Legend of Zelda. Can you imagine?
But the problem is they couldn't. I don't think they could get Pokemon in there.
Right, but I'm saying, like, could you imagine if, like, for this one game they allowed the licensing or whatever, and now suddenly you can have Pokemon on Xbox and PS4, and you can have Link as a fighter on the other systems. How crazy would that be? Bro.
They would never let it happen. Bro. Shit's sad. They would never let it happen.
You have the dude from Yu Yu Hakusho. If you could have, what is it, Hiei, and then I forgot what the guy's name, Kuwabara, with the flame sword, the fire sword that he's got, dude, that'd be so exciting. But yeah, I want to know how many characters they're gonna have, because how many can fight and how many can't. How many are just gonna be featured? What's the storyline gonna be? Is there gonna be a storyline? You know, like how do you make that?
Yeah, I honestly, I don't think it needs a story. I think it's one of those things. I don't think it needs a story at all.
No, it's not gonna have a good story.
But if they do, like, it's just gonna be like it'll be like a Street Fighter like story mode kind of thing, or like, oh, this person, you run into this person, all right, fight them, you know, that kind of thing.
Something like that. But I mean, it's just
because I feel like
so interesting.
Because the guy from Death Note, I think they said he's not playable, but he's in it, so that that alludes to some sort of story mode.
Right, some type. Like, that's why I'm like, that's kind of a shame, because it's not like he can't fight, but he's not. What's it called? Like in the show, it's not like he fights like, you know, the Dragon Ball Z or Naruto character or something like that. You know, for him it's like a regular just brawl.
Exactly.
But still, it'd just be pretty cool, man. What is it? And the other thing is, I wonder what kind of mechanics they're gonna have, because it looks like it's following like the last couple Naruto games, and like it seems like that's the kind of fighting mechanic it's gonna have. And I haven't played the newest ones, so I don't know how.
But that's good, because the original, like, J-Stars did not play like that. Like, I believe Inuyasha is part of Shonen. I hope so too.
Inuyasha shows up out of nowhere, like, oh my god,
dude. People would lose their shit.
Dude, Kagome is now in there. She's the
she's
the opposite of the ice archer from Bleach.
Oh my gosh, dude. There's so many good characters in Shonen. There's the entire, like, Pegasus. Hey.
Oh my god.
Pegasus shows up with the Millennium Eye.
Dude, that'd be too much.
Kaiba boy. Oh my god.
No, and oh man, I already forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it. Oh, no, there was an interview guy. He was like, "Yo, let me get that Prince of Tennis show up in there." Can you imagine? The Prince of Tennis shows up hitting balls out of nowhere. Da da da.
Dude, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Persephonics, what you know about Inuyasha? Come on now,
bro. But if they bring back Yo-Yo Hakusho characters, you know they got to bring back Kazuma. You know, with the hair, with the orange pompadour. Woo!
Kazuma? Which one's Kazuma from? I
think that's his Japanese name. The orange-haired pompadour dude. I can't remember what his English name is.
He was Kuwabara.
That is his name. Yeah. There you
go. He's funny. And then I want to get the guy with the flower whip or whatever, the vine whip. He's gonna be a pretty good fighter too. What's up, Jess? But oh man, I wonder. But yeah, have you played the new Naruto
God,
games?
yeah, we have not brought up any big old anime titties. We've only said dudes. Have you noticed that? What is up? What's up with that?
Who's an
Do you not know
OP?
any?
Who's an OP anime character then? I mean, from Naruto, you have
But
you have Tsunade and you have Hinata. She's got titties
all right,
now.
so here you go. You bring in Bulma. She could use like technology because she's
Okay,
like that.
I'm
Bring in
about
mech
it.
suits and shit. All right,
I'm
there you go.
about
There
it.
you go. There you go.
What
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what's the cauliflower girl from the new Dragon Ball? The female Super Saiyans. You could bring them in,
Yeah, true. True.
right? It was
Man,
Khalifa
this is
and
so
something
this
like.
is so bad, dude. I just like I don't know, like maybe it's because I don't read the comics. I don't
Oh, man,
know.
yeah, no, the character
I don't
names
know
are hard
about.
though, cause they're complicated. Oh my God, they have to put in how can I forget? Deku from My Hero Academia. That's the newest one.
Okay, there you go.
So he has to be in it. So they have to have some of the new characters, and I'm excited for
For
it.
sure.
I can't wait, cause I played the Japanese version of the fighting game that came to the 3DS with my brother, and it's pretty good fighting game. At least for the DS, it was a pretty decent like fighting game. So if they could bring that, I'd be very interested. Hashtag big ol' anime titties. Oh my God. What else? Have you played the new Naruto games? Do you know how they fight? Like what the action
Yeah,
is?
absolutely.
I have no idea how it is. Can you explain it to me?
So basically, it's like it's behind the back, but there's enough distance. So it's like basically you're playing third player. But so if you're playing in two player, you play on the same screen. So one person's like, so imagine like this is you right here, and this is your opponent. So you're playing from this point of view, and your opponent's playing from this point of view, and it's all on one screen. So there's no like weird divider thing like in Tenkaichi.
Okay, so
And the
if I'm
combat,
player two, I'm looking at myself facing me, I guess.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's.
But
I
it
guess
no,
that's.
but it doesn't. I swear it doesn't hurt anything. And if
Yeah.
anything, what I would like to see is an option where it randomizes it so that nobody like has like because there's no real benefit to having your character behind you. What I think would actually have hurt if they cut the screen in half because the way the battles happen and like the fluidity of it and the movement that they do in the Ninja Storm games, I'm telling you, it works. It works really well. Everything just feels so fluid because like that's the thing with Naruto. Like when you're playing Naruto, you're constantly like dodging and dipping and like stuff around the stage, and that just fits. Like that's just all like the anime, stuff like the Dragon Ball Z that fits and everything. So I hope they borrow a lot of mechanics from those games. I think that it's a really good fit for the way it works. The combat, it doesn't feel cheap. There are some mechanics that they're not the best, but I think overall it would work better than a Dragon Ball Z style game. Which is what J-Stars was more like. J-Stars felt more like a DBZ game with other characters in it than an anime fighting game.
And the power scaling wasn't done right?
Dude, it was horrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. Like, it was like if you didn't have Goku on your team, like, why were you playing?
Damn, like that.
Because certain characters, like, if you know how these anime shows work, not every character has like energy moves,
Yeah.
So when you have a global energy move like Kamehameha, like you can abuse the shit out of that, and it's not fun.
True.
Not to mention it was like really clunky. Like I don't think it wasn't well put together at all.
Okay, because the thing is, I'm coming from a place where like so used to like the side view games where it's like Tekken, Street Fighter, those kind of things. Granted, I haven't played them in a long time, but that's where I'm at. So it'd be nice to see that third mechanic because I played I think was maybe the first Ninja Storm for a little bit, so I know the camera angle is comfortable if you're the first player person, but I don't know what it's like to play on the other side.
I've never been bothered by it at all. If like honestly, sometimes it depends. Like sometimes I prefer it with aiming and stuff like that. But yeah, it's never bothered me.
Okay, but yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. The ridiculous characters. I think this is a game like I'll definitely like pick up just because it'll be a funny party game because you know how like Smash is both now. It's a fun party game and it's like competitive. So at least this for sure should be a fun party game.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll ever get competitive. Like I know DBZ Fighters did. It got a competitive scene. They actually went to Evo. Yeah,
Yeah, it
so
looks like a
that was
really,
interesting.
really good game. I actually kind of want to pick it up for the Switch.
Yeah.
Like, it looks really fun. Do you have that one already or no?
No, I was waiting for the Switch
It's just
version.
weird.
Yeah.
Why is everything? A lot of things. Oh, in the game, so they're doing it in so in Jump Force, just like DBZ Fighters. It's you pick. It's three-player tag team, but
Yeah.
in Jump Force you share one life bar.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Ninja Storm worked in a similar fashion where you picked three people, but you could switch between them, and yeah, it worked. I think it worked actually really well because while like let's say you don't even like playing as one of the characters,
But you know he
but
makes
you
like a
could
good
actually
ally or something, right?
yeah because they have like ally abilities. They can come in, they can disrupt somebody if they're comboing the shit out of you or something like that. There's like ways to get out of it by using the other characters, and they have like energy bars that slowly fill up and that kind of thing. So if you don't want to fight as them, you really don't have to.
Okay.
However, with the way that the combo system worked in there, like you could start a combo, and right as your combo is about to end, you switch to another person,
And keep it going.
you continue the combo. Yeah, so there's certain mechanics like that that really work with the team switching, and I wonder if we'll see more of that
I
with
think we
the
would. I think it'll be. I
game.
think it's gonna be definitely good. But why did they switch to that to 3-on-3? Because even yeah, DBZ Fighters is 3-on-3, and I just what happened to tag
I don't
team
I don't know. Maybe it's because it's more
methods?
flashy. I don't because like anime is always about flash. You know, that's how at least the
Yeah,
shonen animes. I can't speak for all animes, but the shonen animes are very flashy. They're like you want the things in the games are always like big cinematic explosions. Like even with the DBZ games, when you do a super move, like even in the most recent ones, like it would
yeah.
show the beam going off the planet, that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's just
I don't know. I
that's
feel like it's
shonen.
weird. Like suddenly go from 2 to 3. Like what's next? A 5-player versus 5-player co-op multiplayer kind of
You
thing.
know what? If they wanted to do it, they'd do it. They could do it.
I guess because what is it? The fighting game genre is struggling. I guess because it's being dominated by some other, but the new games are popping up. I don't know.
I see what you're saying. Like, it's not an easy genre to break into because people have their favorites and they have their things that they mechanics that they enjoy. This is why you'll never see Mortal Kombat at Evo. Okay, Mortal Kombat games are fun. They're absolutely fun, but they're not like you can do combos and things like that. All of that's still in there. All the hallmarks of a classic like fighting game are in Mortal Kombat. However, Mortal Kombat does things, and they do it on purpose, absolutely on purpose. They do things that make it so that the competitive scene, um, it discourages a competitive scene, and so
Really, like what? I didn't know
it's
this.
so Mortal Kombat. Like I'm trying to number one, it's the gruesome nature of it. It's not extremely easy to market on a wide scale.
Right. But I mean,
So
the older
you
Mortal
have like
Kombat's
broadcasting and shit.
were competitive before, weren't they? At least I'm thinking of the old 2D like Sega Genesis, Nintendo ones.
It's changed, and the thing the thing that I see from it that marks it as different from other competitive fighting games, there's certain mechanics. Like there's this thing, like the X-ray. It's kind of like we play Tekken, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
like the rage art, but you can do it at any amount of health. So basically, like once per match, effectively, because it takes a good amount of time to charge up. Once per match, you can hit an X-ray. Um, it is blockable. It is blockable though, but it's like you don't flinch. So that's when it's weird. You don't flinch when you do it, and it's blockable, but only in certain situations. And basically, it does a disgusting amount of damage to the other person. But the problem with that is like in Tekken, it has balance because you only get the rage art if you're low health, right?
Right. Okay.
So it's a way to get your stuff from like in a corner. But the problem in Mortal Kombat is if you've been playing well and you've been blocking and doing like good parries and stuff
And
like that,
suddenly you
you
get
could
hit
be
with
full
that.
health, and they're already low health. You're basically just adding insult to injury. So it's not a way for yourself to come back. It's basically just it's sometimes a way for you to just shit on your opponent, and it's not in a competitive scene. I can definitely see why that would get annoying, like for sure.
I guess.
Also, they have this thing called guard break that might not work into other fighting games. Where like that same bar that builds up your X-ray, you can also burn that to get out of a combo.
Okay, that's
so
not bad.
But you see, right? Like, see, from a casual standpoint, that's great because I don't want to go up against somebody who's just juggling my ass. Like, no, fuck, why do I want to do that? You know?
Because how do you normally get out of that? Like, you have to press the block button at the right part to like.
That's the thing about competitive play. You have to know the other people's combos in order to know when in the combo you can break yourself of it and either counter attack or block or whatever. That's just because the video game companies and fighting game companies, they make it so that one of their biggest things is you don't want an infinite combo in your game.
Right.
Like the second they find out about an infinite combo, they always go in, they patch it, they get rid of the infinite combo. Okay? So that's just the thing about like other fighting games in it. Like when there's a combo in the game, they usually leave it in there as long as it's not like 0 to death, you know.
Yeah.
And they leave ways in there for you to make it so that you can, you know, block. But it's always a skill thing. It's always a skill thing.
Right.
But in Mortal Kombat, it's a handout. They say, "Hey, you're getting your ass kicked. Just burn this to get out of this combo."
Okay.
Yeah.
So it kind of bases the player. Okay.
A little bit, yeah. Granted, it's not something you can keep doing because, like I said, it's part of that meter that you have to build up.
Right.
But it's enough to make it so that if someone has a commanding lead through a combo and you combo break out of it, it can turn against them. So, like I said, casual, hardcore, it's just one of those things that you'll never see it in there.
I guess
unless they like
the competition.
Right, but I think Mortal Kombat is one of my favorite fighting game genres. I love it. I'm
a huge fan of Tekken. I want to get into Street Fighter because of how competitive it is, but
dude,
Tekken just looks so good.
The ship has sailed on Street Fighter. We didn't start early enough. We didn't start when we were 12. It's too late.
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
Like the fucking Olympics, dude.
Street Fighter 2, that's
early.
It's too late.
It's over.
Late. Don't buy the game, guys. Just don't.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Street Fighter 6 is going to be PlayStation only? Or do you think they've made a mistake with that?
I think they made a mistake with that. They'll probably do just the releases, PlayStation 6 or 4 or whatever. Not PlayStation 6. PlayStation only, but then they'll probably just give it to the other ones. Because, I mean, there's other... All the Street Fighters aren't just on one system right now, right? They have it.
Right. No, it was just Street Fighter 5.
Yeah. So I think they're going to fix that up. Because I know Street Fighter 5, when it came out, it was bad. Because it was bare bones, missing a lot of things for casual players to get into. But... and then it got patched up and it got better. So, I mean, I don't see why they couldn't just do something similar where 6 gets released only on one console and then gets spread out to the other consoles.
Fighting games also are doing a horrible thing right now, and it's like a disease spreading through the fighting game like genre, where you'll have a certain amount of characters, but we've come to expect DLC out of fighting games, which is like, honestly, I can't say that I don't understand this. But you can't say right away, hey, we've got DLC characters coming to the game. You can't fucking do that. You haven't even released your game. You're telling me you've got DLC characters planned?
Yeah.
Fuck you. That's awful.
And
we know for a fact certain games do this. They do lock characters behind for DLC.
The paywall,
yeah,
within a game you already bought.
Like, if anything, don't tell me. Just wait like a few months out and say, hey, we've got DLC planned. We were working on this. It wasn't ready for launch. Okay, that's fine. At least that's more palatable than we have characters that are ready, but fuck you and get your wallet. You know, like that's awful. But it's something that's happening to all of the fighting games because, like, in all honesty, though, they've seen lucrative things happen from other genres of gaming, and I think they're just trying to bring it into theirs.
But I feel like
and that's the only real way they can do it.
I think it's just, yeah, you're right, because it's probably they just want more money. Because fighting games are successful because it's a simple concept, you versus the other player, and that's it. And then you have competitions now, so you know people are buying it for competitions to train and everything.
Yeah.
And they just want a little bit more piece of the pie kind of thing.
Yeah. Such is life, man.
These people, they're getting greedy.
But Jump Force 2019.
Excited.
I'm excited for that. All right. So that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, this will be here next week as well, but it'll be pre-recorded, so you won't be able to talk to us in the chat. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Luce, do you have any Did you have anything you wanted to let them know before we leave?
No, no, that's good. I got some good tips from the chat last time I streamed. You guys told
Yeah.
me show up at 7 to 10 p.m. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to muscle that out, guys. Just in case. I'm gonna do my best to see when I can get on at those times. But yeah,
Sounds
aside from
good.
that, if you want to hit me up, you guys can hit me up on the Potentially Perfect Twitter, or you can hit me up on GalvinRX Twitter. That thing.
Oh, guys, by the way, if you have a chance before I go, download Brawlhalla. I'm going to do that eventually. We're all going to play a Brawlhalla together. Download that ish. It's free.
Free. Free is
And I'll
good.
see you on the battlefield. All right. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Stay perfect,
guys. I forgot I'm the one in charge of the stream. This is the thing that
yeah, no,
happens
see,
all the
this
time.
is that awkward time between now. You gotta